So starting with the consultation, and Helga came in with a number of really great references, obviously wanting to go short. And something that Sean and I and the rest of the team thinks really important is to almost visualise what your hair will look like shorter. So you saw there holding the pieces back and just looking at those front shorter pieces and pretending they're the rest of the hair. And it's quite clear that Helga's got the perfect face for shorter hair. Some of the references, we talk about those softer edges in the first video, but that I think is what's key to really get the most out of the movement of your hair. You can see the back pictures. And even though these are slightly different lengths, all worn in slightly different ways, one thing that they've all got in common is those soft edges. And as long as we keep those, it's sure to be an amazing haircut. Now that the scary bit's done, time to start the proper haircut. So using my razor to ensure that all of the hair feels soft and almost looks like it was cut a few weeks ago. And all of us at the Hair Bros always start haircuts at the front. And the reason for that is it's really easy to then base the shape of the haircut around the most important part, which we see as the front. So I'm taking all of Helga's hair forward, using my razor, cutting into it really softly, and you can start to see the movement really start to evolve. Then I'm taking sections, cutting the side in, and you'll see in a second that that should frame right around her cheekbones, which is where the hair is sitting now. This haircut really is about a feeling, but it's also about the delicacies. And it's precise almost in a different type of way to your typical short haircut. I think now is when you really start to see the haircut forming its shape. So the fringe is taking shape, it's opening really nicely on the cheekbones. And now we're just going through the hair and pulling it all outwards and layering into it from top to bottom, keeping those bottom corners really quite long and soft. I think that's what keeps it feeling still really quite feminine, similar to this inspo picture. It's boyish in all the right ways, but with a real kind of soft, feminine, easy breezy way. So pulling all of those back pieces outwards, and the whole thing is basically layered, but it's those little flicks at the edges that you can see there that really make this haircut unique and that are, I guess, one of the strongest points of this cut. The final video of cutting the hair, and this is really kind of the soft edges and the soft details that really make the haircut come to life. And this part, it really is important to keep putting your hands in the hair, keep seeing how it's sitting, seeing how it sits in different positions. So you've just seen it on the side, then as a bit more of a fringe. And now we're just taking the weight out of pieces, anything that looks a bit clumpy, but I'm really, really happy now. That's the hair with no product in it, just being combed, sitting perfectly, really. But it's definitely a feeling, and I think anyone that's scared that this haircut won't be for you in terms of having to wear it in a specific way, I don't think it could be anything further from that. Swipe through to the next videos as we talk about styling this haircut and the different ways that you can do so. So that's it for cutting, but I just want to show you how nice this haircut can look slick back. And you can keep it in place by just using like a wax or a gel just to keep it in that shape. But on this occasion we're going to style Helga's hair a bit more naturally, almost to make it look like she's been on the beach all day. So you can see me now working through a product by Evo called Whip It Good, which is a soft hold mousse. It's somewhere between a mousse and a cream. So you get the softness of a cream with the texture of a mousse. No crunchiness, no stickiness. And I'm just going to hover the diffuser over the product after I've worked it all the way through Helga's hair, just to fix it in place. But this will look equally as good if Helga just leaves it to dry, but we wanted it to look almost like she'd been on the beach for the day. So just setting that product into the hair with a diffuser and just letting the cut and the product do the rest, really. Cutting in a few other small pieces, but it's really looking amazing. The final clip, just a little 360 of the haircut. A cut that I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of in the next year. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Helga, for trusting us. We think you look absolutely amazing. and we hope everyone else enjoyed this video as much as we did. Thank you again.